So, you've got this amazing business idea, you're fired up, you're ready to go, and then, bam, you hit a wall of paperwork. Today, we're going to tear down one of the biggest parts of that wall, the business licensing process. We're laying out a clear roadmap to get you from that brilliant idea to an official, government-approved business. Does the whole idea of getting a business license feel like you're staring at some kind of impossible maze? If you're nodding right now, trust me, you are not alone. It could feel so overwhelming, but I promise you, there is a clear path right through the middle of it all, and today, we're going to walk it together. Yeah, some people call this whole thing the licensing labyrinth. Sounds pretty intimidating, right? But don't you worry, we've got the map. Our entire goal here is to take that tangled mess of confusion and turn it into a straight, clear line to success. I want you to think about any business you love, that coffee shop with the perfect latte, that online store you're always browsing. Every single one of them, big or small, started in the exact same place, getting a business license. It really is the foundation that everything else is built on. So, to build that solid foundation, we're not going to guess. We're going to use a simple 10-step roadmap. This thing will take you all the way from figuring out your business entity to holding that final approval in your hand. Okay, here it is, the entire journey from a bird's eye view. See? We start with the basics, right? Registering your business, getting your bank account set up. Then we shift gears into the real paperwork, your insurance, policy manuals, the application itself. And finally, you cross the finish line with background checks, paying the fee, waiting for the review, and then that amazing moment of approval. When you see it all laid out like this, it doesn't seem so bad, does it? All right, you ready? Let's dive in and break this down. We're starting at the beginning, with the absolute bedrock of your business. These first few steps are non-negotiable, so let's get them right. Now, you'll notice there's a real logic to this. You can't do these out of order. First, your business has to legally exist, right? That's your LLC or your corporation. Then, with that in hand, you can get your EIN from the IRS and open a real business bank account. And finally, you protect that new business with all the required insurance. It's a domino effect. One step has to follow the other. Okay, your foundation is poured and solid. Now it's time to actually start building the house. This next phase is all about prepping that application, and this, my friends, is where the details really matter. You're going to get your policy manual ready, you're going to painstakingly fill out that state application form, you'll submit your fingerprints for background checks, and of course pay the fee. Yep, it's a bunch of paperwork, but it's totally manageable. And just like that, we're in the home stretch, the final hurdles. Once everything is submitted, you hit the waiting game while the state does its review. You might have to do a final site inspection or an interview. But then you get that email, that letter, that notification you've been working for. Your license is approved. This is the moment to celebrate. Okay, so you've followed all the steps, but what about those horror stories you hear about delays? I totally get it. But what if I told you there's an insider's tip to speed things up? Let's talk about the real reason most applications get stuck in limbo and, more importantly, how you can just sidestep it completely. So let's be honest. Why do applications really get delayed? Is it just a bunch of red tape and bureaucracy? Is the state just slow for the sake of being slow? Or is there something else going on? And here it is. This slide gets right to the heart of it. It is so easy to play the blame game. The state is taking forever. But the reality, the thing most people don't realize, is that the vast majority of delays are caused by simple, fixable errors on the application itself. And this is the most crucial takeaway I can give you. You are in the driver's seat. You control the speed way more than you think. A clean, perfect, error-free application will sail right through the system. But one with mistakes, it gets flagged and put in a pile for someone to look at, eventually. The choice is yours. So what are these big, scary, delay-causing errors? Well, they're actually kind of silly. Number one, missing signatures. I mean, come on. Just double, triple check every single page before you send it. Number two, submitting the wrong forms. Every state, every industry has different ones. Make sure you've got the right ones. And number three, using outdated documents. Governments update their forms all the time. Always download the latest version directly from their website. Avoiding these three simple things is your secret weapon. And that brings us right here to our final destination. Your license? Approved. We've mapped out the entire journey. We've pointed out the common potholes to avoid. You are so ready for this.
Hey, remember that feeling of being lost in a maze? Well, look at you now. The maze has a map. The process isn't a big, scary monster. It's just a checklist. You just take it one step at a time. Seriously, you've got this. Now go make it happen.
You have the roadmap. The path forward is clear. So the only question left, really, is what's your first step? The world is waiting for your big idea. What are you waiting for?